Zelensky announces that Russia plans to use Belarus to launch an attack on Ukraine or a NATO country. Putin signs a decree easing the pathway to citizenship for residents of Transnistria, the Moldovan breakaway republic, and Poland is quite shocked to find out that the US has canceled the deployment of 4,000 US troops to the country. I'm Sophia Marie. Let's get into news of the region. So the main news today is that after a briefing with Ukrainian military and intelligence officials, Zelensky posted to Telegram that apparently Russia is trying to use Belarus to launch an attack either on northern Ukraine or a NATO country. So Zelensky posted to Telegram that he apparently has the details of a conversation between Putin and Lukashenko, the leader of Belarus, where Putin is trying to convince him to use Belarus in more aggressive actions. He posted a telegram, quote, "We continue to document Russia's attempt to draw Belarus deeper into the war against Ukraine." He continued, quote, "Russia is considering plans for operations to the south and north of Belarusian territory, either against the Chernihiv-Kyiv direction in Ukraine or against one of the NATO countries directly from the territory of Belarus." Now, this goes along with what Zelensky has been saying for quite a while now, that Russia is trying to drag Belarus deeper into the conflict. Now, interestingly, with the Trump administration, we've seen a betterment kind of in US-Belarusian relations. So Belarus released prisoners in exchange for an ease of sanctions from the US on Belarusian products. So it at least seems like Belarus has at least publicly tried to seem more palatable to the West. Now, in other news, today, both Russia and Ukraine exchanged 205 prisoners of war. This was just the first stage of what was agreed upon when the 3-day ceasefire was declared, that there would be 1,000 prisoners of war exchanged from both the Russian and Ukrainian side. There's the expectation that these will continue forward. Now, this from Politico published today. Apparently, Poland was completely blindsided by the decision by Pete Hegseth to cancel the planned deployment of 4,000 US troops to Poland. However, the defense minister of Poland reiterated in a statement, I believe last night, that Poland, quote, "continues to be the most stable American ally in Europe." The deputy defense minister of Poland told a news channel that, quote, "The assurance we have received is that the Americans do not plan to systematically reduce the US presence in Poland." So trying to at least demonstrate externally, publicly, that this is not a big blow coming from America and that Poland still remains very close security-wise. Now, lastly, this is super interesting. I saw in Medusa today. Today, Putin signed a decree easing the pathway to citizenship for residents of Transnistria, which is the breakaway republic within the internationally recognized border